Hello buddy, welcome back to another video. Welcome to a brackets fight video. This is something new that we're doing on the channel. It's made by the same company that do tier lists, or tier maker. And essentially what it is, you put in whatever images or whatever we're doing, and we fight till the end to see who the ultimate winner is. So on this channel we've already done tier lists of the Sims 1, 2, 3 expansion packs. And today we're going to be doing a bracket fight between Sims 1 expansion packs. So, if you want to do this one yourself, I have it linked in the description below. You can shuffle the seeding. I shuffled it 5 times, and this is what I've been left with. You can see, if I move my head, I don't know what way, but Vacation, there was only 7 expansion packs for The Sims 1, so I couldn't get an exact 8. Vacation's automatically going to go through on its own number. In fact, we'll move it there now. But first up, we have The Sims Living It Up and The Sims Superstar. So, Living It Up, or Living Large, as it was called in Ireland and Europe as well, was the first ever expansion pack to a Sims game. And it essentially, you know, in theory and in practice, it literally was just an expansion to the base game. In the normal Sims 1 base game, you only had 3 neighborhoods, but this introduced 5 more neighborhoods. It was all the same, it was all Pleasant View, but they were blank. The 5 ones were completely blank. So we had up to 8 neighborhoods on your Sims game. But Living It Up came with loads of new items, loads of new NPCs, and it's a pretty amazing expansion pack because it introduced the Grim Reaper, which in the base game of the Sims, when a Sim died, the Grim Reaper wasn't there. So this is the first game where the Grim Reaper came into. Servo came into this expansion pack. He came with the boot, and Servo was like one of the most popular NPCs in the game. Like, you get a robot that just clean your entire house. And Servo in The Sims 2 gets to be controlled, so you know, Servo is very important to the Sims universe. Of course, we get the magic lamp as well, which gives you the genie. And the genie with the magic lamp, sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes your house is on fire or flooded or whatever, or infested with cockroaches. It added that fun factor to the game. A lot of the memorable items in the game would be the genie's lamp, the chemistry set. The chemistry set was very fun. We can't forget that Mr. Tragic Clown was also in this expansion pack as well. Basically, when your Sim got too depressed and you had a picture of Tragic Clown in the house, Tragic Clown would show up and cheer up your Sim. A really strange character. Of course, the biggest thing to probably take away from Living It Up, or Living Large, is when your Sim did die, another Sim in your household could plead with the Grim Reaper to keep your Sim, bring him back alive, resurrect him. And the options were either the Sim died, they got resurrected, or he met halfway and you had a zombie Sim, which kind of was the first introduction to zombies into the Sims games. Other than that, that's all the Sims Living It Up added to the first game as an expansion pack. And up against Living It Up is the Sims Superstar, which is a pretty hard... to be honest, I think any expansion pack in this list, maybe House Party and Hot Day could kind of Living It Up. They're kind of like in the same bracket. Superstar, Making Magic Unleashed, Vacation, they really added a lot more to the gameplay of The Sims. Hot Day did too, but you know, we'll get to that later. But Superstar came, and Superstar introduced a new neighborhood, would you call it? A studio town, where your Sims could go there and basically try to become famous celebrities. So there was like 3 new jobs, in a way, introduced in this game. There was being an actor, being a musician, or a singer, and being a model on runways. I wasn't really big into the modeling one, but it was always either the acting. The acting was my favourite one, or being the musician. Living It Up is against The Sims Superstar, and it's a hard one it's up against, because The Sim Superstar was... we got basically 3 new jobs where our Sims could just get famous. They could become celebrities. And them jobs were acting, a musician, and runway models, or models should I just say, on the runways. And pretty amazing stuff to watch, and especially like the acting stuff was always my favourite. You can go to the sets, see them working on the sets. Of course, like normal jobs, you still need to upgrade your Sims skills. And their friend network was very important. If you had a better friend network with a lot of celebrities, because there was actually a lot of celebrities in this game. You know, John Bon Jovi was in it, Marilyn Monroe, Christina Aguilera, Jennifer Lopez. You could see these NPC celebrity Sims going round in your world, and it was a pretty cool thing to see back then. Your sim had like a tier of the different celebrity status from 1 to 5. It was 5, wasn't it? And essentially, it was 5 being the best. You could get nominated for awards, like Simmy Awards and stuff like that. And it was just an all round amazing game. Studio Town was a class place to go. When I was a kid, I don't know why, I loved wrecking the studio lots and building new ones, but they're actually like a million times worse, but I still played it. For me, Superstar would have to go into the next round, should I say. It's not a rank, it's a round. Next up, we have The Sims Making Magic versus The Sims Unleashed. Making Magic, name is on the cover, is it introduced magic into the Sims game. It introduced a new area, Magic Town, where was the first time ever, I think. Yeah, no, it was. It's the first time ever in any Sims games where your sim could move out of the original neighborhood. They could move somewhere else. They could move and stay in Magic Town. Making Magic added, magic, spells, charms, alchemy, all the above. I didn't actually play it that much. And it's up against The Sims Unleashed, which I think is a little bit unfair because The Sims Unleashed is essentially pets. Dogs and cats were introduced to the game. Not only that, Pleasant View got massive. Old Pleasant View got introduced, which rather than just having, if you know the whole entire map, Pleasant View was just the top right part eventually what it became. And Old Pleasant View was just all this bit down here. There was so much new families you could take over, going into town and adopting dogs or cats or something like that. The Sims Unleashed was just, it's always going to be memorable. It's the first expansion pack where you get to really kind of control the town. You can change any lots you want to from residential to commercial. You can build any businesses you want, commercial businesses there. That was such a good factor to be able to control the town too. It just wasn't a pets game. And it also introduced gardening, where you could have plots of land out in your back garden or wherever you wanted, and you could plant vegetables and stuff, and it was really interesting. The Sims Unleashed wins this round and advances. Now we have The Sims Hot Date versus House Party. The Sims Hot Date was the first time that we could get out of the neighborhood and we go down to the downtown area. And in the downtown area you'd have nightclubs, restaurants, shops, shopping centres and stuff like that. So it was really different to get out and about with your sim, which gave the Sims game that kind of real life factor to it, finally, that it needed. It also introduced loads more interactions with your Sims, which was really kind of huge, because it wasn't, not that it was bland, when you look back now, it was bland, the basic Sims game, interacting with Sims, but it had a bunch of new things. House Party really just kind of introduced a lot of new items to the game to throw, house parties. If you had a good house party, Drew Barrymore would show up. And if you had a really bad house party that people didn't like, a mine would show up and just kind of be really weird and ruin the party even more. My favourite thing from House Party was, though, when you had the cake and people would burst out of the cake and stuff. That was good. But when you compare Hot Date to House Party, given that in Hot Date you get to travel to another place and see the Sims world in a different view, Hot Date just tops it. And since there was only 7 expansion packs, like I mentioned, Vacation already went through. But for those of you who don't know or mightn't remember, Vacation was the Holiday Sims expansion pack where you went to Vacation Island. The island was kind of split in two as one snowy area and one kind of tropical area. And basically your Sims, or your family of Sims, could go there and enjoy a nice holiday. And that was always, always, always memorable. And if you compare Vacation to Hot Date, in both of these games, you still get to travel either to downtown or Vacation Island, so your Sims get to go somewhere else, which is pretty interesting. And in terms of gameplay, you get a lot of new items in Vacation, especially in Vacation Island, the activities you can do with your Sims. But Hot Day introduces the new kind of friendship meter and relationship meters in the game, which are actually still in Sims games to this day. But Vacation would win it, because if you had to pick it off from going downtown the whole time, and even though downtown was cool and there's food vendors on the streets and stuff like that and around the place, Vacation will always win this. Vacation goes into the semi-finals. Now when it comes to Superstar and Unleashed, I actually I can't really get my mind on it, but I have to make my mind up on it. That's the point of this video. Do I prefer being a celebrity and going to Studio Town over than having pets? And it's a really tricky one, but Superstar and Unleashed have been my two favourite expansion packs. Definitely 100%. It's just a pity it wasn't on the other way around. I think I'd have to pick Superstar over pets. I know that sounds so weird, because I absolutely loved changing the neighbourhood in Unleashed and getting a dog or a cat and having a bigger neighbourhood, original neighbourhood. But in Superstar, you can still change Studio Town and different places too. You could technically argue that point. But in Superstar, you get to be a celebrity. You get to go and see your sim, not going into a rabbit hole job where the camera's stuck outside your house for hours just speeding by until the sim come home. You get to see the progress of your sim doing it. You have to work to get it to do it. And now we come down to Superstar on Vacation, and I still think that Superstar would top it. Superstar, for me, would be the winner out of all these expansion packs. It's just when you go back and you think back then, like early 2000s when we were playing The Sims 1, we were trying to have our Sims be better than the likes of John Bon Jovi, Marilyn Monroe, Christina Aguilera. I remember, like, it was the talk. Everyone was like, no, I'm going to get my Sim going to be better than Marilyn Monroe or whatever. And it always gave you that factor to kind of just keep pushing your sim to do better and better and become a top tier celebrity. But that's it for this episode of Bracket Fights. I will be back with The Sims 2 expansion pack, so look out for that in the next few days. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know. The link is in the description for this bracket fight. Fill your one out. Send it over to me on Twitter at Peter Klein Jr. And we'll all have a big discussion and see do we agree on some things or do we disagree on some things. And yeah, that's it. But thank you so much for watching. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I shall see you guys next time.